Hey Scorpio, this is Perrymore Tarot's daily reading for December 2nd, 2025. This is for Scorpio. Last shuffle for Scorpio. Let's see what's going on, Scorpio. We've got behind a mask and we've got family. For many of you, there's some things that you are keeping under wraps about your family life, your early family life, your family of origin. Okay, I feel that you are needing to release this. You need to own where you are. It's important to release whatever this is. This is communication, honest communication, talking about what you want. I feel that family, for many of you, have really stabbed you in the back. Five of Swords is like they took advantage of you. They kicked you while you were down. They gossiped about you. They may still be gossiping about you. You know what I mean? Five of Swords is not the best energy to have for family. So this could be your family of origin, maybe the family you created. It could be, right? But I don't see it being the family that you created. It feels like they're just waiting to have something else to talk about. I feel like you need to be, I can't remember the name of, it's not Reba McEntire. I can't remember. Let's give them something to talk about. I'm hearing that song loud in my head. But let them talk about love. Let them talk about how great you've turned out despite what they've done. Let them talk about all this stuff. Let them go. Let them, right? Because I feel like you were robbed. Someone saying, wow. Oh gosh, I'm getting so emotional. Someone was robbed. Um, there's so many messages that is really hard to come out. So excuse me for trying to get it out, right? But they're showing me that someone here, okay, so there's like a bunch of different types of Scorpios, but some of you may be experiencing new love or newish or wanting to experience new love here. And whoever this person is, they have stirred up some feelings that are going to have you in a tailspin. And Spirit wants you to look inside yourself, to examine what is causing you to feel the way you do. Some of you are maybe stingy with your energy, not communicating much, right? Spirit wants you to unplug from your community, unplug from the, you know what I mean? Like unplug in the sense of maybe you can't, maybe what you do brings you in the face of the public. Maybe what you do causes you to have to be on social media. You have to. Maybe you're a content creator. Maybe you're doing something where you're on stage. You got to be in front of people. You've got to unplug from the people, meaning remember who you are, rejoice and laugh like it's cool to collaborate. You know, hey, hello, how are you? All of that mess, right? But the rest of it, we're not connecting to it because it's important. I feel that they're telling you not to because it feels like people steal your energy. They take from you, and it's important to take like go through the motions of what you've gone through. Feel it, then let it go. And remember who you are. Remember your self-worth. Remember your value, right? I'm seeing Pluto placements, especially if you have a Pluto placement like Taurus in Pluto placement or something, that no matter what you do, you have the power, you have the control of your transformation, your rebirth. I feel that you have been psychoanalyzed or are being psychoanalyzed. It's very important that you communicate very clearly to people. Communicating very clearly for you would look like you can't assume that someone knows what you're feeling or thinking. You can't assume because the angels are saying you need to communicate very clearly. You you are being misunderstood quite a bit when that comes out, and it's super important that you speak your heart out, say what it is that you really mean what you say, and make sure that you are using all the allegory, all of the metaphors, every example you can so that they can get the point. You know, I say that a lot. Well, I usually say this because I noticed when I first decided, you know what, I'm going to do this. I'm actually going to share what I know because I feel like it'll help people. I want to change the world. I want to help. I want to I want to transform all of our lives, at least give the knowledge that I know, right? And just and somebody give me knowledge. I want to learn too. A lot of that um coming from that space, I found that sorry, found that doing this, I would find that there were verbiage that people would use, and there's no expression or no uh, clear definition of what these things meant. So it would be very confusing, right? For me, I like things to be broken down like a 5-year-old, because I'm like, let's break this down, because maybe no one knows what the heck grounding means. Maybe no one knows what the, you know what I mean? I was like, ground myself. What does that mean? Because I understood it differently. The words that I would use would be different, and everyone communicates quite differently. So it's very important that you're very clear. Like, I realize that the grounding, more than anything else, is about break adhering to certain inalienable facts so that it cannot be shaken. You can't be tossed in the wind. You could stand firmly here. Like, I know this is red. That is what I'm grounded in, the fact that this color is freaking red. So I'm standing here kind of vibe, right? And so that's where they're coming from with you, is that the communication aspect, it's important to make sure that someone understands. This would be the vibe of turning to someone, you telling them how you feel, and then asking them, can you repeat back what you understand? Straight up, it is important that you're in that space, because I feel that for many of you, something is being stolen from you, your value. Not saying that you're laying your value down, right? But it's important that people understand what they're paying into with you. Not to say that they're not, and that you aren't worth none of that, right? That's what they're giving me. Behind a mask, you want to be understood. Knight of Cups, Nine of Cups, Four of Swords, and the Hierophant. That's about saying, I'm I need peace. This is stressing me out. Underneath it all, I'm seeing a very stressed person saying, I'm not being taken seriously here. Okay. That also, it's like, then you have to realize that a Hierophant is one that does not change course. It's his way or her way or the highway. So I keep, you know what I mean? What is it? George Bush did this, and it was the funniest crap ever. Okay. They were like, George Bush, what's a sovereign entity? And he was like, it's an entity that is sovereign, right? It's a sovereign entity. It's sovereign, and it's an entity. So that's what it is. And they're like, dude, we're trying to get you to break it down. What is it? And it was funny to me. I laughed so hard, because I was like, he's just like looking at everybody like, I mean, I don't know either. Shoot. I just know the words, what it is, and then of course what we attach to those words would be rebellious and something's wrong with them, and so that automatically evokes fear, right? So there's something about you needing to break it down. That was the funniest thing I ever saw. I swear, when I saw it, I laughed so hard. I was so tickled, because I'm like, we all do this, right? It's important to break stuff down. And so Spirit's bringing that up, right? But this also tells me that with the Hierophant, it's like you keep repeating it the same way. And it's like, come on, it's sovereign entity. Come on. And like, it's going to automatically, magically just appear in their brain. And so it's very important that you are, I would say, being creative about how you say certain things. Okay. Family with the Five of Swords and Three of Wands tells me that family has been picking you apart and pushing someone to be this way by gossiping or talking backbiting, talking crazy about you. It is abusive. It looks abusive. Five of Swords is abusive relationships. Typically, I feel like someone comes into your space that is different and maybe pushing you to really examine yourself. Okay. I'm seeing angel number 2222. So a lot of you may be like, look, I can do this by myself. I really don't need this or that. I don't need anybody, you know? And so 2222 speaks of how life is meant to be shared. You've got to partner up with the right spirit, but partnering up with the right spirit, you two become a force to be reckoned with, right? Honor your commitments, honor the people around you. By honoring them, they're asking you to communicate clearly. Don't judge what is being said to you. Listen seriously, and take it in. If someone wants to be taken seriously, you must also take others seriously. And I don't think that that's your issue. I don't think that's your glitch, but that's what Spirit is bringing up. Okay. Now you got stuck energy here with Knight of Swords, Ace of Cups, Ace of Pentacles, rather. Some of us are stuck on what we're saying, our ambition, what we mean. We're stuck on that. That's it, right? Energy, stuck energy is an energy that's around us, like where we're not getting anywhere with the communication. Knight of Swords is a communicating energy. This is a communicating energy where it's like I have my sword out and I'm coming to tell you, right? Not, I guess not angry, but how determined you got to be to ride with that heavy sword up all the time. Horses to windblown. You understand? I've got something to say, but we keep saying the same thing over and over and starting from ground zero. So we're stuck. Okay, that's what that tells me here. It's time to transform or change what we're doing or saying. And now the dark thoughts with the King of Pentacles and the Four of Pentacles. The dark thoughts are maybe I need to keep to myself because I'm going to be by myself. Now you need to say to yourself, whatever I choose to believe becomes true for me. Choose to believe that you can be happy. Choose to believe that if you are generous with your spirit, it will change things. It will destroy whatever unconscious destructive mess that has been going on behind the scenes. And it may have been pressed upon you by family members. Feel and release all that you accumulated on this journey. This is a brand new day. Okay. It's time to unplug from people. By unplugging from this community, the community that you may be in, it may be disjointed, meaning, or disenfranchised and such, right? Those types of communities. And by that, I mean, like if you're married and you are surrounded by singles, and it's like, yeah, disconnect from them, unplug from them, because they have no wisdom to impart that can help to strengthen your union. Or you're surrounded by a bunch of people that eat unhealthy, but you are trying to change your life kind of vibe. All they will encourage you to do is eat the fried chicken at the gas station. You know, you know what I mean? I feel that they're wanting you to like be. You can be in the energy, be there, but don't be of it, right? The definition, like, oh, I'm in the world, but I'm not of it. I'm here. I'm working at this spot, but I'm not partaking in any of the crap they're doing. I'm just doing my job and getting paid and going home. And so that's where they're coming from with this, because they're showing that you are consistently robbed of your energy, of your happiness, of your joy. And you've got to really dig deep to examine why you may feel like perhaps I came into this world alone, I'm gonna leave alone. And that's just it. And that may not be your energy all the way, but there's something that you may be convinced of because of the robbery that you have experienced, the thievery, the trickery. You got to remember who the heck you are. Okay. I'm seeing Pluto placements, which is heavy Scorpio energy in the first place. They're talking about you, right? And they're talking about your influence by the abuse that some of you may have incurred. And for many of you, this could have caused you to expect more of the same with the Three of Wands. It's an expectation. That's what's on that ship, is a bunch of people with the same energy. It causes one to self-sabotage by not communicating very clearly. I can't communicate clearly. They're just going to pick it apart. You could be dealing with, well, I'm seeing apricots. First of all, let's just go apricot, that color in there, right? And that color or the scent or the flavor or the fruit itself. And you could use this by wearing the color, having the scent around, apricot scented something, or eating the fruit itself, having a bowl of the fruit around, right? Or the flavored, oh, smoothie, apricot flavor, get that, right? It helps one to connect to the side of us that rejoices and laughs about things, to help to release some of the pressure of whatever has been going on. Okay. So you could be dealing with an Aquarius, another Scorpio. I'm seeing Virgo and Taurus. You don't have to be dealing with these signs at all. However, these signs could also just be in your chart. If you'd like to book a personal reading with me, my links are on my page. Peace, love, and light. Take care.